the day. From Levi's Stadium.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to... increased out a little bit in terms of ratio, but first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, and that is incomplete. You look at this Niner defense, and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Looking to throw. Meyer. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Operating from the gun, Meyer. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Operating from the gun, Meyer. Out to the ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. The quick. There he goes left side. He's on his way. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to... execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now a dump off here complete, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one a first down pickup of 8. Straight ahead, Walker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Back to throw. Meyer. And this one is incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
They need 18 yards here on third down. Looking to throw. Meyer. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 62 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And going right back to Walker. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. This defense for the Niners, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Meyer. And this one complete again to Mims. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Bradley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Running left is Walker, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. The extra point up and good, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
The Niners at 3-0 here in the month of September. They come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. On the give, here comes Jackson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 118 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They're going to look to throw. And it's complete in the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his big tight end here. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 18 now. Just a 4-play drive that time, and in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Back out now comes Kenneth Walker and the Seattle offense. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their time. Timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Up the middle, here's Walker.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. 70 yards. And the 49ers are able to add on to their first half lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So as it turns out, a 2-play drive resulting in the field goal. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Meyer. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Yeah, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
So we've hit half. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been. Down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
The quick feet by Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 163 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here.
Gets through, and now an opening.
He's still on his feet.
Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 54 yards.
And the 49ers extend their lead yet again.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Now for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A drive there of just 4 plays. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On third down, Meyer over the middle, complete. It's Bradley. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at about the 14. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll start here with Jackson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Niners are pouring it on.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Meyer. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Meyer. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup of 38.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Overstreet. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Looking to throw. Meyer. That is caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
To throw on 2nd down, Meyer. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal, pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
49ers are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches.
Back to throw. Meyer.
Looks to the sideline and has Mims, who makes a catch. Well,
QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Back to throw again.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
They'll look to throw again.
On the out route, this is Adams with a catch.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds his man complete. It's Dawson. Well, they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Operating from the gun. Meyer over the middle. That's caught by Adams. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to be 49er football.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The 49ers up. Now they get set to head back on the field.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Looking to throw. Meyer.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
The sack sets them back a full 10 yards there on 1st and goal. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Meyer. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bradley. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Looking to throw. Meyer. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drops.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. That one looks like he'll throw here and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Throwing on 1st down. Meyer firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
2nd down and a yard.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Meyer. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the 49ers, That early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears.